Bruce sees all.
Hello. Thank you, everyone, for the amazing support, for subscribing. This is the channel that's trying to disclose. We are disclosing here. Me and Kazoo. We're showing everyone exactly what's on the moon. And I have some other captures that we can't really label as UFOs. But first, this is a light on the surface. Connected to the surface. Seems to go out. Smoke goes away, but it doesn't look like it's alive, doesn't it? Does it? Let's go see one that does look like it's alive. This is the worst sighting for trolls. They do not want me showing this incredible finding. One of many. We'll go see two in a row, or maybe three, one after the other. There's a gas or a chemical reaction occurring with this object, which I cannot label as a UFO because it stops, takes off, goes in left and right, has a color coming from it. Here it is in slow motion. It looks like a biological living creature. It's under the hazes on the surface of the moon. It's been raining here. It's been snowing all. Can't wait to get out to check the infrared camera and the evening, the UFOs, because shit's going to happen. That's exactly what I feel. These are incredible. I have so much documentation now. We'll be able to examine hundreds of UFO sightings and captures on the moon. But here's another one. Second one, letting off, maybe even two of them there. I think there are two. If this is not the shadow of the object itself touching the surface, okay, it's two objects. They're both emanating at different times a gas, so you know that it's not the shadow on the surface. Just wanted to shoot that in there, and I learned that by re-examining this. Let's see this one last time. Beautiful gases emanating from, like a chemical reaction, emanating from this incredible, we'll call it UFO, but it still looks like a living organism. Some type of technology, for sure, that we don't know about. A lot of this research on this channel is unique and exclusive, rare, top secret, never before seen. Have you ever seen this on any planet or in any video or channel anywhere on YouTube? It's something that should be in the news. And what's this? Well, we'll call it a UFO again, going under the atmosphere, or hazes, or thick, dense, clouded region of the moon, the east side, as it's going down. But when you look at what it's doing, does that look like any regular UFO you've ever seen before? I'm telling you, this one was lighting up the sky too. There's a light turning on the surface with other objects appearing, showing us a haze on the surface also. And with the intense research and seeking and searching for truth on the moon, a simple way of filtering it too, straight up by descending the exposure and using simple colored filters, you could see that there's a UFO approaching and there's a light inside of a sort of cloud, right? You see that? We'll go forward and back lots of times. Watch what's going to happen on the surface. That is beaming a light on the surface, or the surface just lit up because there's something there on the surface. But it's not bright enough yet. It's going to illuminate. There it is. There they are. Let's look at it again. We'll go ahead in the frame and watch what happens. It arrives, it lights up the surface, changes positions when another light lights up on the surface. It's shooting the surface or getting shot at. Watch. Maybe it's shot first on the surface, but watch afterwards. You're going to flip out. You're going to see hundreds of lights. There. Something was shot up from the surface that went exactly towards the UFO that's flying over top of the surface of the moon. They were putting up warnings on their channels. We're not allowed to talk about war and stuff like that. Well, this is the moon, okay? So a UFO is getting shot at on the moon. If I'm brave enough and you see that in the titles, because I took a chance. If you don't see that in the title about the shooting UFO, Some UFOs, sometimes I leave that out of the title because this is serious, top secret stuff. And it's not the only moment that I've seen them do this. So like I said, unique, rare, exclusive. Share the videos out if you appreciate them, everybody. Please. See the lights? 3 areas light up at the same time, many miles apart. Then a light from the right disappears and appears in the center on another light that lit up before it went there. We call that a light system. If you look here, you see them taking off, but keep your eyes right there as you're going to see them arrive, changing places, one after the other, getting ready to take off, faster than you can even say your own name. Bruce. Do you believe in ghosts? What would you have said if I called this a UFO? It's on the surface of the moon. What'd you say? Yeah, I know. You want me to put the exposure up because you want to see the surface. Sure, no problem. But first, take a look at it like this. Ghost-like object. Reaching out. Swaying around, reaching out to move forward and left. Could I have labeled this a UFO? Of course not. So I'm showing you different lights, right? Let's raise up the lights a little bit. Oh, look, there's another UFO causing light in the clouded regions of the surface of the moon, and they're approaching face to face to each other, so it can't be pixels on the telescope. No, of course it's not pixels. Most of you know that. I'm pretty sure the trolls that are saying they're pixels also know that. Did you know that people were easy to be indoctrinated and to believe like absolutely anything without having any proof, visual proof? This is visual proof. And each light that I've showed you in this research so far, just in this video, all have different characteristics. They're all different sizes also. They react, they act differently. This is a massive energy point on the surface, at least 3 miles across, that disappears and then reappears higher up in the sky and further away. Is it teleportation that they're doing? I have no idea, but it remains extremely secretive, top secret. I mean, they weren't expecting us to find this. Maybe some UFOs, maybe a structure or two, but seeing that there's a possible fighting or war going on the moon, what do you think of that? Watch this. As I'm looking around, we see them appearing and disappearing here. Let's go a whole bunch of areas here. Let me scoot over here. Now watch this point here. Sorry for jumping around. Watch what happens when I go the frame up real slow, because I'm taking the time to show you this. It's a light connected to the surface, high enough off the surface, and look what happens. It appears and disappears. Like massive amounts of energy that's propelling them across the surface. Is it a transportation surface on the moon itself, and it's actually not UFOs? Don't forget, we've seen them coming and leaving the surface. Could it be coming in portals? Look at the black hole there, or black object. It's right beside the mad. Look, you see the line of energy, like the smoke that's left there as it disappears and the light comes down. But I'll tell you, that really doesn't look like a regular smoke that would appear in microgravity, because again, I can't say it enough, the combustion process that we see here on Earth is supposedly not seen at all on the moon. These are some objects hitting the moon on the right and on the bottom. You can see those are the objects that went towards the moon that I caught only 2 years ago. And on the top left, more smokes and hazes interacting amongst themselves and with each other on the surface. Infrared underneath, you can see a directional change right here in the sky. Come out in a couple of years. Without cutting the footage, I look for instant reactions, an interaction with an instant reply. Watch what happens when I ask them to impress me and fly away.
Do that. Take off, my friend. Impress us. Picking up speed. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
Everyone, thanks for the generous contributions, and thanks for watching the videos.
Aliens are up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are landing on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming